What's up, guys? This is Dr. FrankenMax, and today I'm toting the Latron J on my Spy main, playing a little bit of Team Fortress 2 with the Black Rose and the Enthusiast Timepiece, which is just a default knife and a default sapper. Now, why am I doing this, you may ask? Well, we're on Suijin, and as you can see over here in the top and the right-hand side, I have a couple of contracts, the Spy contract and the Suijin contract, so we're just going to jump right into the fray. I have my cloak up, I'm running around on the rafters, because if you think about it, statistically speaking, you don't die as much when you're up high. I mean, usually the only people that are up there are, flare guns, scorch shot pyros, or soldiers, or scouts, and most people you don't usually see up there. So I'm just running around, I'm picking up ammo packs to extend my cloak. I'm trying to head up on their rafters so that hopefully I can get some drop stabs in. So we'll see. And again, I haven't been doing Team Fortress 2 for quite some time now. I see a spy out of the corner of my eye, but I decide not to go after him since he's one of ours. It's kind of a no-die. I see the guy disguised as, and I decide to go after him. Then I see the teleporter, and I'm thinking, we can't have teleporters up, so I pull out a sapper. Wait until the door is closed, until I think everyone's gone out, and then to make sure, after I sap it, I shoot it a few times to make sure that it really goes down. That heavy didn't see that, and I think about going after him, but I decide not to. But I do decide to fall behind to see what's going on at spawn. And there's just a scout hanging around there, so I just kind of duck by, trying to act the part, and get another backstab. Cloak and run out. But I see the soldier blasting all over the place, and then I notice the Gibbs, so I change the violence settings, and we can just skip over that part. So I head back out into the fray. I don't last very long after that life where we left off. Walking around on the roof again, picking up ammo packs. Now, I just want to bring up something really fast, and don't take this whatever way you want to, but, man, I tried to go after that soldier, and, do I get him? I can't remember if I get him. Nope, but I do get the heavy. Then I actually get the soldier. Decent chain stab. Then the scout tries to hit me with the milk, and gets distracted by a demo, so I escape. Now, what I was about to say was, a lot of people question me about using the Enforcer as a spy weapon primary so much, and, you know, to be perfectly honest, I don't want to be in a position where I have to use my gun. In my experiences, wow, laggy pyro, I try to figure out whether or not I actually want to go after him, and he starts moving again, so I fall behind. A lot of the times when I'm playing spy, okay, let's talk about this for a second, because I lunge at that, and then I fall off, so decide to go after it. Oh, and we lose the match, right. Forgot about that part. See, I'm walking along. So, right. So, as I was saying about the Enforcer, you know, people give me a really hard time about using the Enforcer, and I gotta say, I just kind of fell in love with it before Gunmetal, and I'm just, if I'm using my gun, then I'm pretty much dead at that point, because I don't want to be in a position where I'm using my Enforcer so much. I don't want to be, it's kind of a way of forcing myself to use my knife and my, escape tactics more than just randomly, shooting at people, because when I have a really good pistol that I'm doing really well with, I have a habit to pull out my gun before I pull out my knife, and that's not what you want to do as a spy, so mostly it's just a reminder for me to not use it so much, but also because, you know, it has its perks. If you'll notice, usually I use it with a knife that allows me to disguise, and, ooh, that was a really good stab. And then the sapper doesn't see me because it's distracted with someone else, and I blow it to bits, and then, fortunately, the soldier blows me to bits, but doesn't last very long after that. Right, so oh, and then they switch me. You see, this is the kind of thing that really annoys me about Team Fortress 2, and see, I even tried to go in and change it, is that I'm doing really well on a team You know, I mean, I'm getting a lot of stabs, working well. There's a lot of chemistry going on between me and the other teammates. We're really pushing it hard. We're doing a really good job. And then they switch me over to the other team to balance things. And I'm like, no! See, this is why I went on the other team to begin with. And I'm working well with them, and now you guys are going to make me switch? And see, this is where my gameplay just starts kind of going downhill a little bit. Oh, that pyro didn't fall. That pyro fell for that. I forgot about that. I hang out here for a second because I think that pyro's coming back, and he does. But then I decide, you know what? He's going after the scout. I really don't want to get in the middle of that. And then there's another scout. I decide to try and go after him, but then I remember, spies versus scouts doesn't usually work out too well. So I decided to just kind of let that one slide. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing really well with the team. We're working well together. We're winning. And then they push me over to the other team. And I'm like, what? Why Gaben? So anyway, as I was saying about the Enforcer, it's just a reminder to me. And the fact that I use it with guns that allow me to use the Disguise Kit. And the fact that I usually use it with the Dead Ringer puts it in a position where I'm using the Enforcer more as just spike damage than anything. Like, okay, you've won this one, but here, take some damage. That's pretty much why I use it. I don't try to use it as a proficient weapon because I don't want to be in that position. Don't want to be in a position where that's literally my only option. Try to, oh, really bad bump there. Really bad bump, but he just moves on, which is nice. See the soldier come out, so I change to a demo, and I wait for the pyro to go, and then I go after him. But then the soldier bumps me. Oh, goodness. I swing at that, miss, so I get a backstab. And I go for another one, and I get it! Wow, I forgot I got that one. Oh, no, it was just a face stab, but it was still a kill. Huh. I thought I got the backstab when I was playing. But anyway, so yeah, that's why I use the Enforcer, because I don't want to be using my gun as much. I thought that guy saw me, and he had so little health left, I just wanted to finish him. Team full of soldiers. So this is something that pretty interesting that happened with a spy. It was obviously new because he felt that bump and he didn't even do anything. He jumped back down there, and I let him go, but I run into that spy later, which is pretty hilarious. So like, I feel like I'm the medic. Kill me later. Oh wow, nice blast from our soldier. Really good job. But yeah, see, then I switch over to the other team and suddenly they start winning. You see what's going on here? You see what the deal is? So I realize I'm burning, so I jump into the water. You know, Team Fortress 2 tries to make balances, but the fact of the matter is that there just aren't balances in games like this, because not everybody's at the same skill level all the time on every server. You can't have balance. Oh, so he blows all of us up. That's hilarious. And himself. It's priceless. Everybody's working at a different skill level. Everybody's trying to get better. Different people work with different players, or different classes, at different levels of at different skill levels, and you just get a mess. And they try to make it not a mess, but the fact of the matter is it's never going to be anything more than a mess. That's why winning exists, because there's unbalances. That's the only reason you can ever win anything, is because it's unbalanced. I mean, to be perfectly honest, if you think about it, your skill level is what makes a winning team. I mean, let's be perfectly honest here. You're trying to balance that factor out. You can't do that. I just find it so ridiculous. And then it's like they never... Oh, man. This run-in with this soldier. I barely make it out of there alive, and he runs that way. So I escape quickly over to the health pack, because I'm like, nope, not dealing with that. Oh, yeah, and then that happens. I forgot about that. That was unfortunate. So anyway, yeah, so enough ranting about Team Fortress 2. We're here to have good commentary about how great the game is. Its sequel isn't memed as much as Half-Life 3? Sure, that's a positive note. Yeah, now I'm out of positive notes for you, to be honest. So So anyway, I come over here because I wanted to kind of not be so predictable with, oh crap, and a scout. I pretend like I'm not taking damage from him, but somehow it's just kind of obvious. I don't know. Because my disguise wasn't taking damage, so how, if I just kept walking, how would he know? He probably saw me disguise. That's probably what happened. I should have noped out of there. Thought I could trick him, but, eh. And the enemy team wins. So nothing interesting happens until right here. And this is where I finally complete my contract. It is really kind of funny how it happens. See, right, so the pyro jumps down, backstab him, and then I get enough to complete the contract, and I try to jump down here, but then all these pyros start mashing me, and yeah, I wasn't going to survive that, but I complete the contract, so let's see what I get. Let's see what I get. And stupid cases. So, let me show you a little bit more footage of me playing around on Suijin. After I completed the contract, I decided to still play on the map because I was doing so well. So, I managed to sap that level 3. There are no level 3s on my watch. And then see how I duck a little bit over in that direction so that I can then walk down the hallway and it looks more convincing. That's what I was trying to do, but then I decided to see where that pyro was going, and I can't believe I missed that. You know, it's those derp moments that can really break your streak that you have going on. Wow, that scout missed that jump. That must have been embarrassing. So I look up here, and not a whole lot is happening by my soldiers up here. I don't want to draw attention to myself, so I nope out of there. What's that random blue demo running around with a red soldier for? So I backstab this guy and sap his gun before it can get all the way up. Give it a couple of shots to make sure it goes down, and then cloak and get out of there. Ooh, barely dodged that pyro. That was close. I really did want to fight that guy, but they had it under control, so I decided to just kind of leave. Oh, that scout fell for it. Wow. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's all about being where you would be. I mean, that's the really big thing that spies struggle with, is being where the classmate you're disguised as would be at any given moment. That's what's important. And I realized that sniper must have been new, but oh, the soldier saw it. And I try to kind of duck out of him, but no such luck. Here we are again at the starting gate. A bunch of people are hanging around our spawn now. Disguised as a pyro. I try to find a perfect opportunity to get around him, but I can't, so I just try to give whatever assistance I can. Poor pyro. Doesn't actually survive that. I did my best, but we should have had a medic. That's what's hilarious, because there isn't a single medic on this map, on our team. It's incredible. Oh, and that pyro stood still. No, I thought I could get him. Oh, but he jumps down there. That happens to me once or twice during this game. Oh, that demo just walks right into my knife. That was really good. That guy's lagging, and I wanted to go after him, especially since he looks kind of new, but he sticky bomb jumps away from me, unfortunately. I try to wait for that sniper to go around, but he's not taking any of that, so I get taken down. Yep. That tends to happen when you're playing Team Fortress. So the match goes on for a little while. I see that medic NG pair going along. Sniper doesn't notice. He's definitely new. I tried going after him a couple of times, but I eventually gave up. So, try to swing, miss, swing, miss, swing, miss. Oh, really bad body bumps there. Pick up the stuff. And we actually win. We win. Oh, and the medic blows up. He had a Abominomicon pin, probably. So, the new round begins. not much footage left for me to look through. I just scrolled down and looked at the footage where we're just about to the end. Disguising as the new sniper who... Well, it's obvious he's new. He has no... I mean, you can pretty much tell when there's a new player on a server. It's pretty obvious. Oh, there he is. I really want to stab him. I want to stab him so bad. But I couldn't quite get him. He actually gets me pretty low on health before I'm able to get out of there. And that scout was coming up, so there was no way I was going to survive that. So I'm glad I decided to nope. Sometimes you just gotta know when to nope. And we've taken the point. So obviously me just holding everybody back at spawn is at least helping a little bit. Or I'm trying to. Oh, he goes up there and I really want to get him. Don't think that sniper saw that. He's doing a lot of backing up. Pyro. Oh, and this is the other part where he jumps down before I can get my knife into his back. I remember that. Oh, you know, I don't always land that jump. It's kind of 50-50. Try to get him. Good heavens. The second time that sniper's gotten away from me. Well, it didn't last very long by the looks of it. Got to meet my little friend. Pyro and Spy tag team duo. Oh, now there's an idea. There's a thought. Pyro cleaning up after the Spy. That would be a cool thought. I barely had that thought. I thought about sniping them from here, but I've learned my lesson from doing that. Nothing but bad can come from doing stuff like that. Beep. Nobody saw that. Backstab. Finally, that's payback, my friend. And backstab again. 2-kill chain stab. I'm starting to try for more lengthy chain stabs lately. I wanted to help with that. Heavy. Glad I didn't. He was a Hulong heater. So I hang out up here for a while. I think I get into this fray and get blasted, or... Can't remember what happens, actually. I think one of the engineers... Oh no, I go after this guy and the other one gets me. Yep. Right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Click a like, click a comment, click a subscribe. Tell me if you want to see more of these kind of... Wait, what? Heavy contract? Ooh, a possible sequel, perhaps?